thinking back to last year, what's your schedule? Who's coming to visit you this summer?
Anybody under 24.
I remember when D was your age. He had the same look on his face every single day. 9, 8. But it's a process of y'all just knowing what it takes to be professional. 7, 6, 5. You're gonna have a rookie be like, yo, this is what I'm doing this summer. Like, you with me.
I never know what our workouts be.
Finish calm, goes up.
He's always going to put something on the table that's very challenging.
D, 10 seconds, D. 9, 8, 7, 6, arms.
And when I really got it going, I kind of go at least 3 times a day, 5 days a week.
Day 1 for y'all. It's about day 50 for us. Make sure hey, don't forget to breathe, okay? Going up, you're breathing. Thank you. Me and DeMar met maybe about 2010, around that time. And since then, we've just been dialed in with one another. Keep your abs tight, loose tight, loose tight. We do have a lot of similarities with our background. That's both being from Compton.
Compton's such a small place. You know, I've been with them ever since. I just started taking everything more serious. Just wanted to take care of myself, be as healthy as possible. It's 9:30 in the morning. Got 2 workouts in. Then we start ramping it up. Then I start touching the basketball. Don't be that person when your alarm goes off. I'm gonna go back to sleep for 5 more minutes. Like, don't just get up.
I already know what you're thinking. I can't say it right now, but I know what you're thinking.
I don't do that.
You don't do that? You don't do that? You don't do that? You don't do that?
When I did it. Did I do it?
Yeah.
Any chance you get to learn from one of the best players in the NBA, that's a no-brainer for me.
His career, how everything, how he handles himself, his whole resume, everything, it's just something that you want to mirror as a young player.
Feel the energy. I can tell y'all happy to see me today.
I always got love and respect for younger guys that work hard and guys that want to be something in this league. So this is my real first year playing a full season, so any chance I get to grow and to learn, I try to take it.
It's really just the grind, honestly. It's just like, how much do we love it? You feel like you're doing something that nobody else is doing.
So this is the right book. So I always have my clients write their own quote for themselves. It'll inspire the next person, or it might inspire you.
Here now.
But you need strength all the time. Lean forward a little bit.
It ain't hard. You gonna get me on camera talking shit.
You got a full set of 15. Crank them out.
It's all about us, you know, how we can be better, how we can make, you know, not just 2 guys work, but guys on the court. You know, I think it's just a matter of us just finding that right sequence of dynamics.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ground the child.
Recap Rush Hour for Friday, June 30th. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by Chicagoland Chevy Dealers. Check out the all-new 2023 Chevy Silverado at ChevyDriveChicago.com. Let's get right into NBA free agency. It begins this afternoon. Bulls have a ton of salary cap flexibility, but they do have some room. Let's go down the rumors and what they're trying to accomplish today. Of course, if you missed the news, they signed Nikola Vucevic to a 3-year, $60 million contract extension earlier in the week. Now, broadcast reports, and I've been able to confirm that these are indeed accurate. Bulls are closing in on a deal with Coby White, 3 years and $30 million. Bulls also, according to Joe Cowley of the Sun-Times, who does a great job on that Bulls beat, are taking calls, not making taking calls on the availability of Zach LaVine and potentially, I'm hearing, DeMar DeRozan. In addition, there are some rumors out there that say the Bulls have made a call and are interested in talking to the 76ers if they are indeed moving on from James Harden. You interested in James Harden? I'm not. What do you say? Post your comments down below. Also, Bulls have interest in free agent guard Monte Morris. And now that the Lakers have not picked up his contract, Malik Beasley has hit free agency. You want Malik Beasley? Off guard, could shoot the basketball. He's a big-time scorer. Football news. J.J. Watt is joining CBS as an analyst. Baseball. Cubs are drilling the Guardians big time. Justin Steele has been great today. We'll have the recap after that game goes final. White Sox at Oakland later tonight. 8:40 p.m. start. It's Banks against Medina. Have a great holiday weekend. We will not have rush hour on Monday or Tuesday with the holiday break. Rush hour will return on Wednesday. Now, if there is committed the recap rush hour for Thursday, June 22nd. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by Chevy Drive, Chicago.com, your Chicagoland Chevy dealers. Gorgeous weather. Should be playing baseball today. Both Chicago teams get the day off. Cubs are in London. We'll get to our top story regarding Tom Ricketts' comments in London about Marcus Stroman today in a moment. First of all, it's NBA draft day. Are the Bulls going to do anything? Darnell Mayberry, an outstanding Bulls beat writer from The Athletic, reported today that Jerry and Michael Reinsdorf have told Arturas Karnisovas, hey man, it's your ship. You do, I said ship with a P. It's your ship. You do what you think is best. You're not getting any interference from us. You want to trade guys? Trade them. You want to bring guys in? Bring them in. So good to hear. Don't know why it's taken this long to get to this point, but the Bulls are actively looking at a deal that could send Zach LaVine somewhere, possibly DeMar DeRozan. There's a lot of balls in the air. Do I think they get anything done by draft time tonight? Their track record tells me no, but we'll see. We'll keep you updated right here on our recap channel. Also, Chris Paul was traded today by the Wizards to Golden State for Jordan Poole. So Golden State gets their pure point guard. They get salary relief and should allow them now to get Draymond Green re-signed. White Sox are off tomorrow night. Boston rolls in for a series. Cubs are off today and tomorrow, and they'll play in London Saturday and Sunday against the Cardinals. Tom Ricketts at the Cub Pub. This bar named itself the Cub Pub for the weekend. Had a whole mess of Cub fans there. They had Pat Hughes and Ron Creamer and Ricketts, and people started chanting Marcus Stroman, and somebody yelled, hey, sign Stroman. He said, talk to Jed Hoyer. You're the owner of the team, Tom. You don't have to say, hey, here's what we offered him. But what you do have to do is say, look, we love Marcus, and we hope he's a Cub for a very long time. Jed's working on that, but just be patient. We're in love with the guy as our lead guy. That's all you got to say. Don't talk to him. You own the team. That is an interesting story right there. They get something done remains to be seen. And our crazy stat of the day brought to you by Four Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, fun.
Well, DeMar, I guess thinking back to last year, what's your schedule? Who's coming to visit you this summer?
Anybody under 24.
I remember when D was your age. He had the same look on his face every single day. 9, 8. But it's a process of y'all just knowing what it takes to be professional. 7, 6, 5. You're gonna have a rookie be like, yo, this is what I'm doing this summer. Like, you with me.
I never know what our workouts be.
Finish calm, goes up.
He's always going to put something on the table that's very challenging.
D, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, D. 9, 8, 7, 6, arms.
And when I really got it going, I kind of go at least 3 times a day, 5 days a week.
Day 1 for y'all. It's about day 50 for us. Make sure you, hey, don't forget to breathe, okay? You're going up, you're breathing. Thank you.
Me and DeMar met maybe about 2010, around that time. And since then, we've just been dialed in with one another. Keep your abs tight, glutes tight, glutes tight. We do have a lot of similarities with our background, us both being from Compton.
Compton's such a small place. You know, I've been with them ever since. I just started taking everything more serious. Just wanted to take care of myself and be as healthy as possible. It's 9:30 in the morning. Got 2 workouts in. Then we start ramping it up. Then I start touching the basketball. Don't be the person when your alarm go off. I'm gonna go back to sleep for 5 more minutes. Like, don't just get up.
I already know what you're thinking. I can't say it right now, but I know what you're thinking.
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
We heard.
You don't do that? You don't do that? You don't do that?
When I did it. Did I do it?
Yeah.
Any chance you get the
Yo, what's up, everybody?
One of the best players
This is G
in the
Walker,
NBA.
one half
That's a
of the
no-brainer
CNG
for me.
Podcast.
His career and how.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast.
Yo,
what's going? Yeah. Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the CNG Podcast. I'm CJ. That's with 6 letters, not 2. And I got the big bro, my tag team partner.
what's going on, everybody? It's G Walker. How y'all doing out there, man? We finally got to a Bulls episode. I know y'all probably been waiting a long time. Look, you know, one thing about CNG, we just don't be putting stuff out there on social media, just be giving y'all content. We want to take our time, make sure that it's right, make sure it's looking right, sounding right, whatever. So now that the free agency for the Bulls like it's slowing down, giving you guys content in the episode. We hope you enjoy it. Ain't that right, C?
For sure. You know how we do it. But man, I guess this news came out 2 hours ago. Yeah, Marko Savanovic. I may have said his name wrong, but the man got waived, man. They waived him. So G Walker, tell me how you feel about this, man, because you've been kind of high on this kid, ever since they got him.
You know what, man? It's just coming down to who's to blame for this kid's development, man. Like, what are we doing here? That's why I got the pitch up there. Is Billy Donovan or is it AK? Because AK is the one that signs the players, draft the players. Well, who's in control? Is it Billy Donovan? Is he the one that's making these draft picks? So the kid never had a chance, bro. He was averaging like 20-some points in summer league, almost 10 rebounds in summer league for like 2 straight seasons. So I'm kind of disappointed, man. Like, I don't know who to blame. So, C, who do you think is the reason why this kid did not stay with the team or, develop, man? What happened?
I think it's AK. The fact that now that they just hired someone to do player development this year, they just hired him this offseason. So that just tells you that the kid never had a chance to play. You can see through the season, he only showed up maybe 4, 5, 6, 10 games through the season. He goes down there in the D League or G League, excuse me, and he performs well. So you definitely got to put it on AK.
Yeah, man, it's definitely AK. He's the head of the snake. You know what I mean? And maybe he's getting players that Billy Donovan doesn't even know how to coach or want to develop. So it's frustrating, man, because you don't know what this team is doing. Because we got young Dalen Terry on the bench. He hasn't gotten any type of minutes. You know what I mean? He's the 18th overall pick. So I'm nervous, you know what I mean, about these players that's coming to this team that Billy Donovan is not either purposely, training, developing, or he don't care. I don't know which one it is, man.
Yeah, no idea, man. But hopefully, like we've been seeing the moves in the free agency, which we're going to get to in a second. Hopefully, all that starts to form itself, and then we start seeing who's going to be where going into the training camp, going into the preseason and all that. Then we'll see what goes on from there. But hey, man, what's the first thing we got to talk about tonight, man? We got a lot to get into.
You know what? The first thing we're going to talk about is this situation right here, bro. The guy, the point guard that we all had so much hope for and promised that he was going to get it together, man. He fixed his shot. He was looking healthy. The shot looked great. And he got hurt, man. So it's been almost, 2.5 seasons he hasn't been playing, CJ?
Yes, sir.
It's crazy, man. So go ahead, C.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the the bag, man. that bag got me tripped out. But the fact that they went ahead and applied for a disabled player exception worth $10.2 million, that's good for them for at least this season. So he's not going to come back. They'll be able to go out and get a player whenever they choose to do that, and hopefully they'll get somebody to come in and contribute.
Yeah, because seeing Lonzo not being a part of this thing, because we were 20-12 before he got hurt. In that magical season, the Bull, everything was cooking. Lonzo was the head of the snake as far as the point guard. We had Zach LaVine being a shooting guard. We had DeMar, then we had Vooch. Everything was working pretty good. You know what I mean? Because we had a point guard to help those scores out. Because all three of those guys are scorers, and not two-way players. So for him to be out there, dishing and swerving and controlling tempo and everything like that, he was a big help, and it's a huge disappointment and it's a huge loss. You pretty much set this franchise back a little bit. Maybe the Chicago Bulls point guard position is cursed. Who knows, man?
Yeah, man, it got to be something in the water with these point guards, man. It's very concerning when you don't see the point guards stay on the team and play long enough. We see it with Kurt Heinrich. He played 7 years and the Bulls let him go. We see it with Derrick Rose. He played about 6-7 years, and then that happened. Now we're seeing Lonzo, so I'm hoping that curse ends soon, man. But it's not looking too good for the Bulls right now as far as point guards. But they did sign a point guard, so we'll see what's going to happen with that situation.
Yeah, we'll see, man, because this situation right here, a lot of Chicago Bulls fans are disappointed, man. We really wanted this guy to be, the anchor, the quarterback of the team, and it didn't happen. So now we backpedaling and looking for guys to fill that spot. But we're going to get into the next part of the show, next part of the content. This guy right here, see? Vooch got his money, man. What do you feel about that?
I'm going to just tell everybody something right now. Everybody's been talking about Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba just signed with the 76ers today. Mo Bamba is not the starting center. Vucevic was the best option for the Bulls right now as far as to re-sign him and keep him, because there was really nothing else out there for the Bulls to do. DeAndre Ayton was not going to go anywhere. He was going to stay in Phoenix, and there was not too many centers that pretty much were better than Vooch as far as his offensive input. Now, defensively, we know he can't do a lot of certain things, moving his feet laterally, getting a lot of block shots, but he is a double-double machine. Let's not, hold certain things against him. He is a double-double guy. So the fact that they got him for 3 years, $60 million, that's a great deal, because I thought he was going to get more than that. What you think about it, G?
You know what, man? The fact that he was signed back with the Bulls lets you know that he's a very important part of this team. And he was the most consistent and most productive Bull. He played 82 games. You know what I mean? So he got rewarded for being available. Your best ability is availability. And he was pretty much like a top 5 maybe center in the East. So you let this guy go, and he goes to a playoff team that's contending. That team has a very, very good chance of winning the NBA title. But the guy that's going to give you pretty much 20 and 13 every night. He might not be the best defensive guy, but he can anchor your offense. With a better coach, I think Vooch could be better than what he is. And with a better coach and a better team, Vooch will mess around and get a championship. So the fact that they locked him up lets me know that they value him. And, it was good that they locked him up because he can go somewhere else and win the championship. Then what Bulls fans would have said? What would y'all would have said if he would have left? Oh, they let Vooch go. They let him go. You know what I mean? Now he's going to go to Boston or Milwaukee or something and win a championship. So it's just people just got to understand what you're looking at. And, if you let this guy go, let that guy go. Hey, it could be terrible for your team and set you back.
Facts.
But we're going to keep it moving. See, this boy right here, man. A guy and a player that I thought was going to be off this team, bro. He was so bad at turning the ball over. So bad with bad shots. He just didn't have it, man. So I didn't think he was going to be on this team. So to see this guy actually get extended lets you know that he puts in the work, which he has. So see, what you think about Coby White right here getting his money, man? 3 years, $40 million, man.
That is one hell of a deal. It's about a little bit over 11, close to $12 million, whatever. I don't have my calculator in front of me, But the fact that they got Coby White for 3 years, $40 million is a steal. The kid has been showing growth. He has been showing potential. He's worked on his dribbling. That was the biggest thing to me from last year to, you know, that he's worked on his dribbling. He's gotten better. Now, is he going to be the starting point guard? He could be. We'll have to see how his training camp goes. But the fact that they got him locked in for 3 years is great, man. It's excellent.
Hey, I agree with you because you cannot let this guy get away. You let this guy get away, then what? You already are dire of shooting.
Right.
So this kid can spot up anywhere on the floor. He can shoot it from the corner. He can shoot it from the three. He can shoot it from anywhere, man. So the fact that they locked him up and he's improved his game every year, less turnovers, better defense, and that's why I think he improved the most on the defensive end. So
correct.
Lowering the turnovers, you know what I'm saying? Being better on defense. He got paid, man. So congrats to Coby White for getting paid, man. Congrats to you, bruh.
Yep.
But we're gonna get into a couple of the guys that we picked up, man. What you think about these guys right here? We got Javon Carter and we got Torrey Craig, man. We got a point guard that can play defense and shoot threes. And we actually got a power forward that can shoot threes and play defense, man. What do you think about that, C?
Well, first, let me get into Javon Carter. He's from, you know, of course, he's from the hometown Chicago. The fact that they got a point guard that is a three-point shooter that can spot up and shoot threes as well. He's a defender. Now, he may not be a guy that's going to give you 6-7 assists a game, but the fact that he could be that floor general on the floor, whether he's going to be a starter, whether he's going to come off the bench, you know, I think this is a big pickup. This is probably the best pickup that the Bulls made so far this free agency. So the fact that they got him, they stole him from Milwaukee Bucks, who was a championship contender team a couple years ago, is a big plus. So the fact that we got him, the fact that we got a point guard that's either going to start or come off the bench, yo, salute to AK for this move, because I think this was his best move this offseason.
Hey, and I agree with everything you said, man. Because see, when you're a contender team and you're in the playoffs every year, you see that the top teams get elite level role players, right? So, and that's what something that AK didn't do when the Bulls actually went to the playoff that first year when DeMar was playing like Michael Jordan. He did not improve the edges. He did not improve the bench. So the fact that he's trying to improve the bench lets me know that he's still trying to compete and he's trying to win. So the fact that you can steal someone from the Phoenix Suns, who was a top contender team in the West, and you can steal someone from the Milwaukee Bucks, who's a top contender team in the East, lets you know that, hey, he's still trying to win. So that, I love it, man. I really love it. But you know, these guys right here, they can also shoot, man. You know, they can also shoot. So we got Torrey Craig right here. He's an elite defender. He can shoot 40% from three on field goals on 3 attempts per game. And we got Javon Carter, who's also an elite defender, shooting 42% from three for 4 attempts per game. So CJ, how does that factor into what the Bulls need come crunch time in the regular season? Well, how you think this is going to pay off, man?
Well, going into Torrey Craig, and I think he's the one that you have to look at here. The fact they got a 6'7", a guy that can play both the 3 and the 4, a guy that can stretch it out, a guy that that can knock down threes, like you said, 40% off of 3 attempts per game. That's something that you're going to need moving forward. And I think what the Bulls' bigger problem is when they went to their second unit, it was only one scorer out there, one shooter out there, and that was Coby White. So the fact that you add a guy like Torrey Craig, who could be your starter or who could be the 4 coming off the bench, whatever how you want to play him. The fact that they can spread the ball out and knock down, got guys that can potentially knock down threes is going to open up everybody else. Dalen Terry, whoever else is out there, guys will be able to have driving lanes to go to the basket. So this is another good signing by AK.
Yeah, and I agree with everything you said, man, because come time in the trenches, man, we didn't have these 2 guys right here, man. Derrick Jones Jr. was not a 3-point shooter like that off the bench, you know what I mean? The point guard position off the bench, we didn't have a shooter like that. So the fact that we can have these guys when it's crunch time in the fourth quarter of games that we should win or those games that could tip us to win, I'm hoping that these guys can come through in the clutch, help out the main guys, and, keep us afloat, you know what I mean? These are keep you afloat role players, so I'm glad that we got them, and it's nice that they're on this team. See, we got a comment? Okay.
Yeah, we got a comment. We got a comment in from Miss Scott saying, "What's up, CNG Podcast? We appreciate you for stopping by. Appreciate you for watching it. And anybody who's watching out there, make sure y'all leave a like on the videos, man. We need those likes going up."
All right, and we got one more thing to get into before we get up out of here. Big Drummond is back, man. He opted into his contract, man. it was a little rough during that time when because I thought I saw something that said he opted out. You know what I mean? Then I saw that he opted in. So what you think about that, and what you think about Drummond? Because I thought he played outside of a couple of bad games. He was pretty good for us, man. He had a couple of goofy mistakes, but the whole season, Drummond was all right. So what you think?
I really think that he had no choice but to sign it in. Maybe he got some bad advice from the beginning, thinking that he can opt out of the his player option and go to another team. They pay him more, but I think he realized as those phone calls were being made. Now, I wasn't there to say, hey, what happened? But to me, it seems like he opted out because he think he can get a better deal. And then when the phone calls came in and found out he wasn't going to get a better deal, he probably said, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead. Let me opt in. I'm not going to get, the money, somewhere else that I'm getting here. So let me go ahead and do that. So I think that's what his decision was.
I think so too, man. Because the phone calls probably started slowing down, and guys didn't want them. But it is what it is, man. We need a backup center, man. This team needs so much. So the fact that Vuce has a backup center, and we actually have a backup center can rebound, we still contending. This was a good pickup, man. I'm glad that he opted in. We need all the strength we can and all the stability we can from all positions. Because we know once Vuce goes out the game, or Zach goes out the game, or DeMar goes out the game, that second guy coming in is not doing too much outside of Coby. You know what I mean? So the fact that this guy's coming in off the bench, providing that type of stability to give Vuce a chance to catch his breath and get a break is humongous, man. So
exactly.
So that's gonna do it for us on CNG.
Well, hold on, Jay. I'm sorry. I got an announcement to make. This is for everybody who's watching on YouTube. The videos starting this month, July, and going into August, they're going to start going into membership. So I'm going to need you guys on YouTube. If you guys been watching us on YouTube, go ahead and sign up for the membership, $2.99 a month, $3.20 with the tax. We got one member that signed up for the membership today. We appreciate you for signing membership today.
Thank you.
Ms. Shannon S., we appreciate you for doing that. And all you other ones that's watching on YouTube right now, go sign up for that membership because the videos will be over there moving forward. That's the way it's going to be. YouTube has changed their policy in some ways, and we got to do the best thing for the podcast to give you guys the best quality content.
Absolutely. So with that being said, this has been a short episode. We appreciate everybody that came in. So we talked about Marco being waived. Oh man, Lonzo gone, man. We had to use the disability waiver to get some help. Crazy. It's crazy, man. And we got Vuce got his money. Coby got his money. And those guys, Torrey, Craig, and Javon Carter came through, man. Those are clutch. Those are very good, solid pickups for your bench, man. I love it, man. But before we get out of here, one more thing we didn't mention right here was that guy right here. One more thing, man. Ayo, man. See, he was the only one that can see. That's how we know that he might not be on this team. We didn't even mention this dude because he didn't get paid yet. So Ayo, man, is getting looked at by the Raptors, man. So see, what do you think about that, man? Are you disappointed in Ayo, not being able to turn that corner? What do you think happened to his development? Was it him shooting threes, or what do you think happened, man? Because he hasn't locked up his money.
I think Ayo is a scoring guard. He's a scoring combo guard. I don't consider him more of a facilitator, but I think Toronto, if he does decide to go to Toronto, I think that's a good fit for him because he's kind of a bigger version of he could be a bigger version of Van Vliet, if he develops himself and get himself going in the right direction. So the fact that Fred VanVleet goes to Houston, maybe that can open up a spot for him, and maybe they'll throw some money at him to where the Bulls not going to match it. So we have to see how this one's going to play out. So we're going to sit back and we're going to hang tight and see how this goes moving forward. But hey, everybody got paid.
Yeah, man, everybody got paid. But him, man, and that's not a good thing, man. So
he'll get his money either way.
So he's a hometown kid. You know what I mean? He played well, but you got to produce, and whatever the vision they have for him, he might not be playing up to par. But hey, that's it for me. And if my partner don't have anything else, I'm out.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all. Remember, like this video on Facebook, on YouTube, And yo, go look at us at Twitter as well. We're dropping videos over there too, man. So yo, go show the CNG podcast some love. And yo, if you want to show us some love as well, give us some stars on Facebook. Show us some love right there. We appreciate y'all though.
All right, man. That's gonna do it for us. Peace.